If you have a cracked or non-responsive screen for your iPhone 12, follow this guide to replace it. Please note that the combined earpiece speaker and sensor assembly affixed to the back of the display will need to be transferred from your old LCD display to your new display as it's paired to your individual iPhone from the factory. If you do damage this part, you'll need to take your device to Apple or an Apple-authorized technician, as they will be the only ones who can restore Face ID function. We also have a written version of this guide, which we'd recommend reading. You can find the link for the guide in the description below. If you want to see more videos like this from us, then click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified when we have new content available. Please remember that iParts View assumes no responsibility for damage, injury, or loss during repair, and you follow this guide at your own risk. All of the tools we've used to complete this repair are linked in the description below. Before starting this repair, discharge your iPhone battery below 25%, as accidentally puncturing a charged lithium-ion battery can cause it to catch fire or explode. You'll also need to turn your iPhone off before starting. Once you've done this, you can eject your SIM card tray with a SIM card eject tool or paperclip. At the bottom of the iPhone, unscrew and remove the 2 pentalobe screws. In the next steps, we'll be opening the iPhone's display. This will compromise its waterproof seals. Make sure you have replacement seals ready before continuing with this guide. We have our replacement seals linked in the description below. To start the removal process, you'll need to heat your iPhone. We're heating our iPhone at 100 degrees Celsius using the forward FW360 heater. Leave the phone to heat up for a maximum of 2 to 3 minutes. Apply your suction cup to the bottom edge of your phone. Don't place it too far down though, avoid putting it at the very edge of the glass. Pull the suction cup away from the phone. This will create a gap between the front panel and the rear case. If you're struggling to create the gap, it might be due to the phone having cooled down. Heat the phone up and try again. Using a pry tool or plastic card, begin prying the bottom edge of the phone open. You can use some IPA to help loosen the screen if you're struggling. Be careful not to insert your prying tool too far into the phone. A few millimeters will be enough. Otherwise you risk damaging the cables connecting the screen if you insert the pry tool too far. Once most of your screen has come loose, remove your suction cup and begin prying the screen off with your hands. With a small amount of force, the screen should come free from the adhesive and your phone should open like a book. Now the screen is off, you'll need to disconnect the flex cables. There are 2 protective shields you'll need to remove. The first is covering the front sensor assembly flex. The second is covering the battery, display and digitizer flex cables. Remove the screws and both protective shields. So first we'll disconnect the battery connector from its socket on the logic board, followed by the display cable, the digitizer cable, and then the front sensor assembly flex at the top of the phone. After these are all disconnected, you can remove the screen from the phone. To remove the earpiece speaker and sensor assembly, unscrew the 4 screws holding the assembly down. Heat the display at 100 degrees for a maximum of 1 to 2 minutes. Use tweezers to flip the speaker assembly over and place it away from the top edge of the display. Use a pair of tweezers or a spudger to lift the ambient light sensor out of its resting pocket. Then lift and separate the microphone from its pocket. Now lift away the proximity sensor and flood illuminator model from its pocket. To replace the waterproof seals on your iPhone, start by removing the old adhesive that's located around the parameters of your iPhone. Use a tweezer to slowly pick and pull the adhesive away and clean the areas of the case where you removed the adhesive with a cloth and some IPA. Grab your new waterproof adhesive and peel away the protective liner. Line up the adhesive with the top edge of your iPhone case and gently press it into place. Use a spudger to firmly press the adhesive into place across all 4 corners. Use tweezers to peel away the second protective liner from the adhesive, and then peel away the final thin protective strips that are stuck to the adhesive. You can now reconnect your earpiece speaker and sensor assembly to your new screen and reconnect its flexes to the logic board along with the protective shields. You can now reconnect your screen to the logic board and reattach the protective shields. Once you have your new screen's cables connected, power your phone on and check that everything is working correctly. Make sure you power your phone back down before continuing. Carefully align the top edge of the display with the top edge of the phone's body and slowly lower the bottom of the display into place and apply gentle pressure to click it into place. Lastly, refit your pentalobe screws on your SIM tray. If you like this video, then click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified when we have new content available.